Democratic Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon, member of the Intelligence Committee, joins me now. Your reaction, Senator, to the indictment for lying to Congress, and if I'm not mistaken, lying to your committee, or I guess the House committee, of Roger Stone.
Chris, here's where we are. And I don't think it is just the lies of these Trump lieutenants. It is what they were lying about. And what they were lying about is colluding with the Russians.
Right.
Today, of course, it is Stone with WikiLeaks. Before it was Stone, with Cohen with the Moscow Tower. Something I've really focused on because I think the money issues are crucial in this, the follow the money questions. Then we have Paul Manafort, who is indicted in effect for trying to make polling data available to a Russian spy. Anybody who's been through elections like senators know you really guard polling data. You give up polling data if you're trying to influence an election. What these folks were doing was colluding with the Russians.
Yeah, I guess the question is, in terms of the publicly known facts, there's two possible theories. They were colluding with the Russians and trying to cover it up, or this is just an incredibly bumbling group of almost congenitally criminal individuals who just lie and cover up as a matter of course, even when they don't have a crime to cover up. Does that second one seem at all plausible to you?
Well, my sense is that as you look back at these events, the Trump organization is right at the center of this. So there is still a lot more to come. I think one of the things we're going to be asking about on the Intelligence Committee, and this is a public matter, not classified, who's this unnamed individual we heard about today? This unnamed individual could come out in Bob Mueller's report, and I want to make a little bit of news on your show, Chris. I'm just mystified by this idea that the Mueller report shouldn't be made public. And I just want to say tonight, if there is any effort to keep the Mueller report, the truth from the American people, I'm going to lead a fight on the floor of the United States Senate to make sure that that report, with appropriate redactions to protect sensitive matters, I'm going to make sure that it gets in the hands of the American people. I don't think I'll be the only senator doing it, by the way.
Do you have the power to do that?
Sure. I mean, when you're on the Intelligence Committee, you have to protect what are called sources and methods. You know, we don't compromise on matters that could put at risk Americans, but you can certainly go to the floor of the United States Senate and make a very aggressive push to make sure that the American people get the truth. And you just asked about what's coming up. That unnamed individual that we heard about today is exactly the kind of question that needs to be addressed for the public.
What is your view in both your role as a senator who has real civil liberties concerns and a strong record on civil liberties, and also a member of the Senate Intelligence Committee, about the status of WikiLeaks? Because that is going to become an extremely germane issue very, very soon, whether it is fundamentally part of a foreign hostile intelligence apparatus or a publisher like, say, the New York Times.
I've had real reservations about putting them in a box. We still have questions with respect to whether or not WikiLeaks engaged in criminal acts specifically. Obviously, I am very troubled about their role with respect to public evidence on their trying to undermine American elections. But there are a lot of unanswered questions here.
All right, Senator Ron Wyden, we will have you. Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.